Good day to all the panels. First of all, I would like to wish you all is in the pink of health, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic. My name is Ling. Today, I would like to discuss with you all about my final year project 1. My final year project topic is Calendaring Breakdown Process of FMEA, a case study of paper manufacturing industry. I am supervised by Professor MADYA Dr. MOHAMAD bin MINHAT. Outline of the presentation today, there are 3 chapters will be discussed, which are Chapter 1, Introduction, Chapter 2, Literature Review, and also Chapter 3, Methodology. Before I further kickstart my discussion today, first of all, I would like to ask you all one question. Do you all even know what is about the paper? Oh yes, maybe you can imagine the paper is a piece of paper that enables someone to write or record something in the paper. Basically, the paper is made up of pulp from the woods and some combination of the chemical substance. Based on the research of Carrick 2017, the paper is widely used because it is cheaper and more convenient. According to the Chelsea Didi and Green David 2060, they claim that the calendaring process is known as one of the process of smoothing and compressing a material which normally the paper. And then it is also one of the process which used as a finishing process which tends to improve the smoothness and also improve the quality of the paper. It also enabled to carry out by passing a single continuous sheet through several pairs of heater rolls. What is about the FMEA? According to the Robin Kent 2016, he claimed that FMEA is one of the strategies that used to determine the potential problem and effect of a product or the process. According to D.H. Stemantis 2003, FMEA is one of the ways for practicing Lean Six Sigma. The failure modes means any errors or defect that might affect the customer satisfaction, whereas the effect analysis refers to the inspection of the possible failure. Basically, what is meant by the failure mode? The failure mode is the potential problem that caused the product or process fail. The causes is about the potential causes that cause the failure. Effect is about the consequence of the failure. Then there are 2 purposes of applying FMEA in our daily life. Basically, FMEA it enables someone to anticipate the problems in the early stage, which make the manufacturer able to design a useful solution for solving different types of failure, especially during the paper manufacturing industry or any manufacturing industry. Then the second purpose is it enables someone to reduce the excessive cost, especially during the maintenance plan. I would like to discuss now is about the problem 7 that have been found in the paper manufacturing industry, especially during the calendaring process. For example, it's about the roller problem. The different pressure has been exerted in the paper sheet which caused by the roller problem. After that, the nib width, narrow nib width which cause easy calendaring process to break down to machine temperature. Inconsistent machine temperature which also cause the calendaring machine to break down. Different coating material also cause the machine or also cause the calendaring machine to break down. Next is about the moisture level. Different moisture level that has been applied at the paper web which also caused the calendaring machine to break down too. According to Occurrent 2019, he has claimed that the unorganized maintenance planning schedule will also cause the shortened asset of life and also increase the maintenance cost. That basis, weight, ash, and also moisture is the primary parameter that used to determine the important specification of the paper quality. Those are the example problems in the industry. For the first picture is about the roller defect, and then for the second picture is about the paper quality affected. Then it is about the objective and scope. For the objective and scope, there are 3 main objectives has been identified. First, the objective of this study is to determine and identify the common issue and problem that cause the calendaring process breakdown. And then it is also to apply the PFMEA to reduce the calendaring process breakdown. And after that, it's also used to develop the preventive maintenance plan for in-service machinery, which is calendaring machine for controlling the paper quality. After that, there are several scope of study has been applied by me in my research study. The scope of study, I will mainly focus on typical issue that cause the calendaring process, the study of various calendaring process that will be applied in the paper manufacturing process, and also the failure of each type of calendaring process as well. After that, I also try to study how efficiencies of PFMEA in my research study in order to solve the calendaring process breakdown problem. Then there are also significant why I choose this title as my final year project. Actually, the significance of this study is I able to understand the possible failure of calendaring process during the paper manufacturing process. After that, I also able to improve the knowledge of determine the quality, paper quality, which can be enhanced, and some of the paper quality testing process, which can be learned throughout this study too. After that, in this research study, I also able myself to practice the FMEA approach which able to reduce the extra cost required for a company, especially during the stage of machine maintenance. Now, I would like to discuss about the chapter 2, which is literature review. For the literature review, I will mainly focus on two main topics I will discuss. At this situation, the two main topics I will going to discuss is about the calendaring process and also FMEA approach. First and foremost, the Hidehiko Yamazaki 2015 has claimed that the latest calendar technology proved that it able to achieve the efficient and cost-effective. For example, the optic calendar compact technique has been applied in the calendaring process. After that, for the technology development, the GERD Happily 2018 has proved that the 4-row of S-type calendaring with the state-of-the-art design is able to form a rolling bank in the roll nib. The hard nib or soft nib calendaring are more applicable in the printer nib between the paper and print form as well. Then, what is about FMEA? As mentioned earlier, FMEA is one of the systematic methods for identifying and preventing the failure in terms of system, product, and also process. According to Zhongyi Wu, Weidong Liu, and also Wenbin Ne 2021, FMEA is one of the review from risk assessment, failure mode identification, and also failure standard application. Basically, in the FMEA, there are three main terms that we need to concern, which are S, O, and D. In terms of S, O, and D, as you refer to severity, the severity means that it is the magnitude of the end effect of the system failure. After that, for the occurrence, it is known as the frequency of root cause that are likely to occur in the qualitative way. Basically, it is not only in the form of period of time, but it also classified as a remote or occasionally. Then the third one is called D, which call it as detection. For the detection, it also can be considered as likelihood of detecting a root cause before failure occur. For calculation, the RPN, the formula that we use are S times O times D. Well, now I would like to proceed to chapter 3, which is methodology. Basically, for the final year project, it can be classified into two, which are FYP1 and also FYP2. For example, in my FYP1, I will mainly focus on three actions, which are research study, data collection, and also identify the available problems of calendaring process. For the FYP2, I will mainly focus on four actions, which are prepare template for PFMEA, develop PFMEA, analyze PFMEA, and also develop maintenance plans. At the right-hand side, it shows the process flowchart of my entire research study. First, I will try to identify the problem statement, objective and scope, data collection, design methodology, drafting PFMEA and FTA, development PFMEA template and ranking score, and then it will proceed to the decision making. At decision making, I will try to analyze the PFMEA in industry. Is the PFMEA is able to solve the failure? If no, it will return back to the drafting PFMEA and FTA. If yes, it will proceed to the implementation of FMEA until towards the end. For the data collection, I will mainly focus on two methods, which are qualitative method and also quantitative method. For the qualitative method, the first approach that I have utilized is online research. For the online research, the many searching tools that I have utilized is Bing, Google.com, Ask.com, and also Yahoo.com. For the observation and industrial visit approach, it is the crucial methodology that apply for getting data and involving myself or ourselves to particular process. Second is about the quantitative method. For the quantitative method, I also utilize two approach, which is the first one is called survey. Through the questionnaire, student can ask mandatory question problem that cause the failure of calendaring process towards the particular person. Next is about the article review. The article review in Science Direct, Google Scholar, ResearchGate, and others has reviewed by the student to gain the useful information for the research study. The left-hand side shows the FYP1 process flowchart. Right-hand side shows the process flowchart for my FYP2. The tool that I have used in my research study is FTA. It is a graphical tool which used to explore the cause of system level of failures. For the fishbone diagram, is one of the tools that used to determine the cause and effect of each particular problem that occurred during the process. For the Pareto chart, it is a type of chart that indicates the frequency of defects and also cumulative impacts as well. For the C&E matrix form, it used to evaluate the relationship between the process and input with the output. There are also several software that I have utilized in my research study. First one is called Reliance FMEA software, and the second one is called Excel. Last but not least, after completing FYP1, I have capability to develop the procedure for complete FYP1 and FYP2. Second, I have completely identified the potential problem that caused the failure of calendaring process. Third, through literature review, a good comprehension about the calendaring process and FMEA is achieved. Fourth, I also able to attend the useful information through different methodology, such as the online searching. Then I also set myself a target for my FYP2. The planning and target for my FYP2 is first, develop FMEA template, the rating chart for severity, occurrence, and detection for the calendaring process in the paper manufacturing industry. Second, apply different tools for finding the failure of calendaring process. Third, by listing out the possible failure of calendaring process in the FMEA template. Fourth, analyze and make some improvement on the FMEA, which is in terms of calendaring process. Fifth, develop proper maintenance plan for production plan in order to solve the failure in the calendaring process. Then here is the reference list that I have retrieved the useful information from all these reference lists. Thank you everyone. Thank you for lending me your ears. Hope you enjoy the video. Thank you.